Good morning, students. Today we'll discuss about practical activity in your syllabus involving volumetric analysis. Volumetric analysis is actually a procedure by which we can calculate or we can actually determine the volume of a solution which is reacting with some other solution by titrating it against a standard solution whose concentration is known, and later we can calculate these molarity and strength of that unknown solution. And this year in class 12th, you have redox titrations in your syllabus, and redox reactions, as you all know, are the reactions in which one substance is getting oxidized and the other one is getting reduced. So here in this reaction, in this titration, we'll use an oxidizing agent, potassium permanganate, which is a dark purple colored solution, and we are taking the Mohr salt, that is ferrous ammonium sulfate, as a reducing agent. Actually, ferrous ammonium salt is a double salt involving ferrous sulfate and ammonium sulfate in it, and this salt has ferrous ions which actually get oxidized to ferric ion by the nascent oxygen released by potassium permanganate. As potassium permanganate is a strong oxidizing agent in acidic medium, we are using dilute sulfuric acid in the titration to create acidic medium so that the oxidation can take place properly. And here, first of all, I am going to tell you about the apparatus required to perform a titration. This is a long glass tube having a stopcock and nozzle. This is known as burette. It has some marking scales, you can say. You can measure the volume of any substance, any solution which we fill in it. And this is a pipette, and this is a 20 ml pipette. You can measure exact volume of the solution which is to be titrated out. So here I have taken this potassium permanganate solution. That means the substance whose volume is to be calculated here, that how much volume of potassium permanganate is required to you can say oxidize 20 milliliter of Mohr salt solution. So we can fill this oxidizing agent, that is our potassium permanganate solution, in this burette, and you can fill it by using a funnel. As you can see here, I have filled it. Now I'll show you how you can fill it. So before filling, we need to wash this entire apparatus with water, and after washing we need to rinse. We need to rinse this burette with the solution which is to be taken in, that is potassium permanganate, violet colored solution. We'll use it, we'll fill it with some 5 to 10 milliliters potassium permanganate in it, and we'll rinse it. Rinsing is required so that the concentration of the solution remains constant here. Now we'll fill it after rinsing with this potassium permanganate solution using a funnel, and after filling it with the funnel, we'll remove the funnel simply out, and now we'll adjust this in this burette stand. This is actually a clamp stand in which this burette can be adjusted. Now after adjusting it like this, as you can see here, this is a clamp stand in which you have to adjust this burette, and now you need to note down the initial volume by taking the reading at this scale which is actually present on this burette. I am noting down it, and it is exactly 0.5 milliliter right now. Now what we'll do, we'll have to wash this pipette, which I have already done. Now after washing and rinsing it, now you need to take 20 milliliter of Mohr salt solution, which is actually to be oxidized in this titration, and we'll fill it by, actually pipette has a fixed volume it is used for filling a fixed volume for titration, and it has a mark over its neck, and up to this mark we need to take the solution. And if it is larger in amount, so we can release the pressure. So now it is up to the mark, and now we slightly put it into this titration flask, and we can take it out in this flask. And as soon as the solution is taken in this flask, you can see one drop is still left in this pipette, but this is actually a volume which is otherwise left, and it is extra volume. You need not to take it out by any other method. You just simply give a jerk to this pipette and it will be out. If something is left, no need to remove it. Now we have taken 20 milliliters of Mohr salt solution in titration flask. What next we'll do, because I have already told you that it is a good oxidizing agent in acidic medium. So we'll add some amount of sulfuric acid, approximately 20 milliliter we need to take. So as the approximate volume is to be required, so we can use test tube, and a full test tube of dilute sulfuric acid is to be added here in this Mohr salt solution. And now we'll start titration. Titration means we'll now make to react these solutions. We'll mix them together and we'll use this stopcock for the solution to be added in the reducing agent, you can say. And now, as you can see here on this platform of stand, we need to place this titration flask, and with our left hand we need to hold this stopcock, and which actually when opens, then it allows the solution to fall in the titration flask. And using our right hand, we'll stir the solution so that both of the solutions get mixed together. And we need to do this up to when we find any change. Whenever a change is taking place in color, actually here the solution is colorless, and when the solution will turn to light pink, that change in color will show you the end of the reaction, means the reaction will get complete. Then you will see a color of this potassium permanganate, which is light purple in the solution. That point will be your end point. Actually, otherwise in acid base titrations we have to use some indicators, because acids and bases are generally colorless, and we need to check the end point, and that is why we are using some indicators. But in this titration we need not to add any indicator, because potassium permanganate is a colored solution and it itself acts as an indicator, because when the reaction will complete, no more potassium permanganate will get you can say reduce itself, and its color, purple color, will be visible over there. So right now no color change is observed, and you need to be very careful while performing it, because at a instant one drop will be enough to you can say to change the color of the solution. Just one drop after the completion of the reaction will change its color to light pink. If you will add more amount, then it will change the color to dark pink, and you need to be very careful near end point. And at the end point, the color change should be permanent. Like you need to check if the color disappears after some time. You need to add 1 or 2 drops more. Still it is colorless, so we will continue adding So now a permanent light pink color has been obtained. So this will be the end point. Like what you observe near at the end point, that solution will change its color. Means initially it was colorless, now it is light pink in color. So at this point, it means that reaction is complete now, and you need to stop adding this more now. And what the next thing, you need to take the final reading. And the final reading here is, whenever you are reading this level of solution in burette now, always keep your eyes in the level of that burette. So it is 22.5 now, and we started with 0.5. So we need to take the difference of the volume used, which is 22.5 minus 0.5, that is 22 milliliters of KMnO4 solution is used to oxidize 20 milliliter of ferrous ammonium sulfate, that is Mohr salt. So from this volume, we can further calculate the molarity and strength by using molarity equation. So let us see how we can calculate